Hey folks, PCoutcast here. Today we're taking a look at This Grand Life. This is a life simulator, kind of a little bit like the Sims series, but it's not 3D, so it should run on pretty much any computer. It's currently in early access, as you can see on the right side of the screen there. It's listing off the latest update. But it is set for full release April 17th, I do believe. As long as that stays up to date. When you start a new game, you can do various tutorials. They're pretty good. They don't cover everything, but they're not bad. I'm just going to go straight into a custom game, though. So you have 3 cities to choose from, and apparently the developer is working on a 4th one to come out at full release. Each city sort of has its own traits and quirks. So Sydney has a beautiful harbor, and so there's several locations around the city where you can stare at the view, which I believe improves your happiness, either your happiness or your fun level. I'm not sure which. It's also an ex-convict colony, so robbery thresholds for expensive homes is reduced by 20%. So basically what happens is, like, if you have like a 1-bedroom apartment, your belongings are safe up to a certain amount of money. And then if you have a larger, a 2-bedroom apartment, it's up to another level, and a small house and a large house and so on. But the more expensive homes, in Sydney at least, have a 20% reduced threshold for the safety of your goods. New York City has rent control, so low-cost housing rental prices are reduced by 10%. It's a financial hub, so all finance-related jobs pay 15% more. And there's traffic jams, so vehicle effectiveness is reduced by 60%. So basically, if you have a vehicle, you can travel around the map faster. And in this case, it's reduced by 60%, which is a lot. Amsterdam finally has coffee shops. You can consume coffee at certain establishments. Bicycle paths, so motorized bicycles are 100% more effective than they would be in the other cities. And it has a relaxed atmosphere, so you lose 10 hours at the start of each week, which does suck quite a bit. Like 10 hours is a fair bit to lose in the week. But you know what? I haven't actually played the Amsterdam map, so let's try that. You also have these options to choose how you were born. You know, anything from on a golden pedestal to behind a dumpster. And that affects how many privilege points you start out with. So you'll be able to spend privilege points, or you have to make up for negative privilege points in the next screen. But first we'll just take a quick look at advanced options. I haven't messed around with this at all. You can affect the vigilance of the central bank, so how wildly the economy swings. This game has like a fully functional economic system with inflation and economic growth and stock markets and all that kind of stuff. So you can have it either more or less stable, depending on what you like. If you want more of a challenge, you can affect healthcare funding, which changes your income, increases income tax, and also increases medical bills if your health is not good. Police funding makes your possessions less safe or more safe. Education, more expensive, so far. Infrastructure, so that affects travel time. All of these things, and worker organization affects your wage rates and how much competition there is for getting jobs. Now, usually in a good economy, there's more jobs. Jobs are easier to get. In a bad economy, they're not. So all that kind of thing is implemented in the game. And you can choose from 4 different currencies. So, I mean, I'll just start out with the easiest one, I guess, because otherwise this demonstration is going to be like super, super, super long. It's going to be like lots of clicking and not a lot of action. So go with the golden pedestal. Now you can set your life goals. So you can select preset goals. Anything from a walk to the bathroom, a lazy life, not very ambitious. You want to achieve $10,000 of wealth, $5,000 in possessions, and 50 life happiness. All the way up to millionaire. Well, that's just to get $1 million. Luxurious life, that's a lot of stuff. Genius in the progress, that's focused on knowledge. Grand life, this one's focused on possessions and happiness. That's just generally a better life. It's focused on studying as well. A hoarder, lots of possessions. Don't care about money, just give me things. An acceptable life. Saving up, so that's just saving $25,000, which is not too difficult. Knowledge and a lazy life. Interesting. Okay. I haven't actually played with any of these. I just used the basic starting one, which I think is that one. Yeah, 50,000 wealth, 10,000 possessions, 100 knowledge, and 100 happiness. It's relatively easy to achieve that. You also have a bunch of preset names that you can use, or you can name yourself something, whatever. Sergio Dotson's fine. You also have some avatars to choose from. So, we could be a dog, for example. Squirrel with an eye patch. Sure, let's do that. You can set your educations. You can start out with some sort of education. All of these things you can learn in the game. The certificate of plumbing is studied at the... I don't know if the diplomas are also studied at the technical college. But anyway, there's a university and there's a technical college, and then stuff like bartending licenses you can learn at City Hall. Okay, so you can actually, depending on what you do with this, that'll cost privilege points as well. I haven't actually done that before. For traits, you have everything from Platinum Spoon to Smoker and Gambling Addiction. Now, because I have bonus privilege points, I can spend those on things like an extravagant monthly allowance from my lavishly rich parents, which is really nice. Well-connected just makes it easier for you to find a job. I didn't find that to be too difficult most of the time, so that's not really needed. Marketeer is good for if you're going to start businesses. I did that in my last playthrough, and it was quite a bit of fun. So I'll keep that. Deal Hunter just reduces the cost of subscriptions. That's not too big of a deal. Well-educated is definitely nice because learning at any schools is a bit of a pain in the butt, so this increases at 25%. Speedwalker is also really nice until you get like some kind of motorized vehicle. You can move around the city 20% faster. Bilingual just helps you get jobs a little bit. Strong immunity makes it that you are less likely to have medical bills if your health gets too low. Usually keeping your health up isn't too difficult. Balancing everything isn't too bad, but your health doesn't go down as fast as some of your other things. Good negotiator is nice, an extra 5% for wages. You'll take that. Optimistic, happiness recovers faster, that's also good. I'll take that. Coupon clipper, more coupons, that's not really that big of a deal either. Credit score, you can make it that a little easier. You can make your credit score less of a positive, I guess, as a negative. Shopaholic, now this is interesting. Shopaholic, alcoholic, limited language, and smoking are all traits that can be removed by studying. For example, you can go to Alcoholics Anonymous to lose the alcoholism or the alcoholic trait. You can do the same thing for Shopaholic. You can go to language classes to eliminate the limited language thing, and you can quit smoking. So you might want to take those traits, which will have a bit of have a negative effect for a while, but you can remove them, and that'll give you more privilege points. So if I spend smoker, limited language is going to make it harder, well, much harder to find a job. Alcoholic and cannot add alcoholic. Too many traits already. Oh no. Can I? Oh no, that means that I can't. Really? So there's a limit of how many traits you can have altogether. All right. So I guess I could spend some of those privilege points on like education or something if I wanted to. But I won't bother. I'll just leave. Let's see. Adds a shopping needs bar. Adds an alcohol needs bar. Adds a smoker needs bar. Maybe I'll just take the limited language one. And then strong immunity? Not that that's all that important. I'll just take that just so that I can demonstrate how you get rid of a negative trait. Okay, so all looks good. Let's start. So all the cities are based off of real satellite images of real cities. This is Amsterdam. We are starting over here in Almeerport? I don't know what that is. What can we do here? We can find a home. We don't have a job yet. We can get a one-bedroom apartment, which is $625 a month. Sessions are safe to just over $3,000. A small house is $1,250. Since we only have $1,000, that would probably not be a good idea. There's also properties for auction. You make more money, you make enough money, you can buy an apartment. You can rent them out, or you can live in them yourself. We've got a library over here. I'll just zip around the place a little bit. So here you can browse funny websites to improve your fun meter. So here's your meter. This is how much time you have for the week. Your happiness level, hunger, fun, hygiene, and health. Click on character. Tells you what you're currently employed at, your work performance, your wage. You can click on related occupations, but I've never actually seen that do anything. They always pop up says no related occupations, so I'm not sure if that's just not implemented yet or what the situation is. Credit rating is currently B-. Currently not using any hydro since I'm homeless. And here's all my traits that I selected. Possessions shows that I have nothing, just the clothes on my back pretty much. And when your casual clothes wear out, you will be in your underwear. So you probably don't want your underwear to wear out. You can start a business if you have enough money, which I do not. The cheapest one is a gardening services business, which you need $5,500 just to get started. But I ended up spending well over $10,000 in marketing before I even got my first job. So just a heads up there, if you are thinking about starting a business, you definitely want to have some savings backed up. You also need 2,000 hours of gardening experience to start that. Waterworks, you can become a plumber. You need to go to the technical college for a certificate of plumbing for that. Graphic design requires a Bachelor of Arts. Food catering requires a diploma of culinary arts. Private security requires a diploma of security management and 8,000 hours, which is approximately 4 years of security experience. And a law firm requires a Bachelor of Law, and you have to pass the bar exam, and you need 5,000 hours of law experience as well, and probably a hell of a lot of money, especially if you want to hire employees. You can also get a job here. Library assistant. That requires dress clothes and a diploma of library studies. It provides work experience and pays full-time $18.99 an hour, part-time $15.19 an hour. So I can't get either of those jobs. I can also apply to study a bunch of useless things like Elf Spotting 101, Art of Dumpster Diving. These things cost a lot of money, but they give you some knowledge. So when you have these are your lifetime goals. You have some knowledge goal here of 100. So if you don't want to go to university or college, you can just study a couple of these, and that'll give you your knowledge bonus or whatever. This is a place where you can buy clothes. That I don't know what that is. This is a bank, the one with the money bags. Got Chic Eatery. This is a very expensive restaurant where you can get some very nice meals. University of Amsterdam, that's where we'll study for the higher end things. Oudzout? I don't know what that is. It's probably high end housing. The Waardenhandel Center. I apologize to anybody. I can't speak Dutch at all. I'm not sure what that is. Vax School is the technical. The one with the hammer and the books, that's the technical school. The stadium, Olympic Stadium over there. The Royal Palace, so that's like the city hall. In the other cities, that would be the city hall. Over here you got Euronext, which is the stock market. The mall is where you buy things like groceries and, well, I must as well just go there. You buy groceries, beer, cigarettes. You can buy exercise machines, lottery tickets, cans of paint, plumber's toolkit, gardener's toolkit. This is for when you want to start one of those businesses. Commercial kitchen, that's probably required for the culinary business. You can also buy the motorized bicycles, scooters, cars, etc., treadmill, and so forth. Tread Runner Max increases your happiness. Then we've got another canal over here. Here's the Royal Canoe is a bar, so you can go there. You can start fights, which increases your happiness or your fun level. I think it increases your fun level, but reduces your hygiene and your health, I think. Over here, Collector's Paradise. You can collect video games, stamps, comics, coins, dolls, etc. Vortex Appliances allows you to buy things like refrigerators, so you can store your groceries for longer. Ovens, so you get more when you cook food at home. It replenishes your hunger level faster. Television for fun, computer for fun, an ultra graphics card to really make your computer fun. Calibrated monitor, I think that also, that's used for a graphic design job. Not sure if that improves your fun level on your computer. Not sure. And what else? This is another apartment, some nicer apartments over there. You can also work at a factory, which has fairly good paying jobs. There's a park over here, so you can go for a run. That's actually really far away. It's good to have a park near where you're living, because you do need to go for runs in the park for health, and it's like the cheapest way to up your health. You can also go for a run at the stadium, but you have to pay for that. And then there's a fast food place. So that's pretty much everything that's going on here. So let's see. Looks like we only have one low-cost housing area. So there's going to be a lot of traveling. All right, so I'm going to get a one-bedroom apartment. So I can stare at the wall for fun. I can shower, and I can order pizza. This is one of the only things in the game that I'm like, why? Why is pizza $83? You get paid normal wages. Most other things cost basically what they cost in the Western world, except for pizza. Pizza's way more expensive, and I'm not sure why that is the case. So let's see can I get a job here? No. Let's see, can I get a job here? Sales supervisor? No. Requires a business suit. Requires sales and work experience, none of which I have. Let's hit the canal. So I can go for a cruise for fun. I can have a main course. Large tulip vase. I can buy that for collection. Interesting. I can become a janitor here. I can become a restaurant cook. Requires a chef uniform. Provides cooking and work experience. And also become a salesperson. That requires dress clothes. So for the moment, I'll just take janitor. Although that doesn't actually lead to anything, because you can't use cleaning experience for anything. It does give work experience though, so let's take that. I'll do it full time, I guess. So then when you're working at a place, you have an option here to earn. Now to keep your job at a full-time job, you have to work at least 40 hours a week. So there you go. now I'm going to want to... What was that negative trait that I had again? Limited language. Right, so we go over here and apply to study elementary English. So that's going to cost me nothing. It's going to take 2,040 hours. Helps to overcome a limited language trait. Submit application. You're enrolled. There you go. So I can study that for 20 hours. And then I can go to... Where should I go for food? So I don't have that much money. I don't want to go to the expensive place. I don't think the stadium has anything particularly good. These guys don't have anything. Because I'm going to have to eat some expensive pizza. And stare at the wall for fun. Not really that great. Now all my needs are kind of crappy now. You also automatically get a subscription to Lively Livin', which basically just gives you some basic tips about using the game, playing the game. There's also all these other things you can do. So Business Weekly, you can click on the question marks. That gives you tips on running your freelance or contractor business, as well as trading in the exchange markets. It arrives every 2 weeks. The Financial Dimes gives you access to more data on your Statements tab. So you click on Statements, your World. You have to subscribe to the Financial Dimes for access to that. That shows you financial rates like inflation and growth, and like a graph of how they're going, where they are, and also gives you stock market indexes, stock and real estate indices. Up here in the top left, you can see it's week 2 of 2000. Shows me where I am, the current economic growth rate. So you want to keep an eye on things like that, because the higher the growth rate, the easier it is to get jobs, and you can usually apply for a raise at your job, or you can raise rents if you own property. Things like that. Interest rate affects any money that you have deposited at the bank, or if you are borrowing, it'll be more expensive. And inflation affects the prices of like everything. Your stuff that you buy, everything from food to your rent and so forth. Some of these other ones, I'll just leave them for you to check out. Relationships, you can apparently you can get married. I haven't done that. Collector's Corner gives you some information about being able to collect more things. And the real estate one, Esther's Estates, lets you know about any property auctions coming up and stuff. And the rest of the things are basically services. Actually, I'm going to unsubscribe from that. It's only a few cents, but I don't really care about these side benefits, side notes. I've been playing the game enough. Okay, so now, well, let's go to work, I guess. Actually, I'll eat another pizza because I'm kind of hungry. So if you forget where you work, you can just click on it next to your portrait here. For example, I'm a janitor, so I click on there, it automatically takes me straight to the East Canal. So I'm going to do my job there, and then I'm going to go to the appliances place and buy a refrigerator. And then I'm going to go to the mall and buy some groceries. And my fun level is not good at all. So I'm going to go home. I'm going to eat. I'm going to stare at the wall for a while. I'm still not really very happy. My happiness level is 50. Everything else is kind of going down rather rapidly, which is a bit concerning. And my money level is terrible. Not really that surprising when you're a janitor. Fun level and hunger is just taking a nosedive. I can go for a cruise, which improves my happiness, or my fun level. And I'm hungry. Well, I can spend a lot of money there, or I can go home and eat there. Stare at the wall, eat, shower, and stare at the wall some more, and some more. There you go. Now, because I chose the Platinum Spoon, I think I'm going to get about $2,000 a month from my parents, which makes a huge difference to how difficult this game is. You can make the game quite difficult for yourself if you decide to like be born behind a dumpster and have all kinds of negative traits. So if you'd like to make the game harder on yourself, you can go ahead and do that. I'm going to go back to work and study. And then I'll go over here and... Oh, actually going for a run at the stadium is free. That's good. That's good to know. I have I guess I'll have a light snack there. And then go home and eat some more, shower, stare at the wall, and stare at the wall. I can also finish eating up some more there, and... yeah, well, now my money is up, so I can go and buy a television. And then I can head to work. And do that quick. Ugh, my fun level. It's going down. You can also shower here, which is nice. It's not as good as showering at home, and it costs money. You can have a snack, which doesn't do that much for your health, or your hunger level. Exercise at the gym costs quite a bit, but it does do a little bit more effective than going for a run. But still, going for a run is cheap, so you can do that. You can also watch a sports game for fun. So let me go for a run, and then go home and eat and watch some TV. Now, the TV is quite a bit more effective than staring at the wall, surprisingly enough, for fun. I know that seems kind of surprising. Let me just watch a little bit more TV and eat and shower before I go to work. Otherwise everybody will be like, ew man, that's so gross. And then your groceries expire. They last for 3 weeks. Let me go for a cruise. And then I'll buy some groceries. And I'll eat. Oh, wow, you really don't have a lot of time. That 10 hours you lose for being in a relaxed city does make quite a big difference to keeping your levels up. Once in a while, something special will come up, like hot dog eating competitions and New Year's celebrations and Halloween, all those things. Those things will increase like multiple things at the same time. So like they might, hot dog competition will increase your happiness, your hunger, and your fun, but reduce your health and maybe your hygiene. I'm not sure about hygiene. Wow, it's no fun being a janitor. Fun level -1. It really sucks. Let's do another cruise. And well, I can spend the money. Then I'll get both fun and hunger improved. Sure, sounds good. I just don't have enough. I don't have enough time. Do not have enough time to do everything that I need to do. Go for a run, then head back home, eat. Ooh, I can watch a movie marathon. So this is one of the ones that does a benefits two things. So watching TV increases fun and reduces health. Movie marathon increases fun and happiness and reduces health. Let's do that. And let's shower. And let's do that again. So now I'm going to have income. Here's one mistake that I hope they fix in the game. Shows you next week's bill as income. So obviously I have income here of $1,950, but I also have a debt the rent for my apartment is $625. That should really say negative $625, but anyway, one minor problem there, I guess. Let's finish eating at home, and then we can get to work. So anyway, as you continue along, now if you become, say, like, I could apply for one of these other jobs if I had the means. I could go buy. Oh, okay. Actually, let's do exactly that. Let's go to the. Where is it? Over here. Go buy some dress clothes. And what do you guys have as far as jobs are concerned? Salesperson. There you go. Perfect. I will switch to my dress clothes and apply to be a salesperson. There you go. So now my work performance drops back to CCC plus, and of course I can't actually work this week, which is too bad. I can't get anything else here, eh? No. Let's eat, watch TV, watch some more TV, and shower. So now it shows right. This week, you received this money and you spent that money. That shows up right, but I don't know, for the next week it doesn't show up properly. My health is really kind of sucking. So we'll go down here and we'll do our job. Fun level is actually the same, interestingly enough. Let's go to the stadium for a run and a snack. And another run. Trying to get my health back up. And then back home, eat, shower, watch some TV, eat. Coupon arrived in your mail. Buy one, get one free at the local fast food place. You know what's cheaper than eating at the fast food place? Eating at home. Also, it's a good idea to switch clothes. Like if you, for example, for this job I need to wear dress clothes, but the rest of the time I can wear my casual clothes, because they do wear out, and they will wear, obviously when you're not wearing them, they will wear out slower. So it's better to be in your casual clothes, go to work, then change over. It's a bit of a pain to remember to do that. Oh, I didn't realize that I took like a huge pay cut when I became a salesperson. Who knew? Being a salesperson pays less than being a janitor. Oh, and I can show you the thing now. See, currently I'm being paid $5 or $15.02, but now it's gone up to, the economy's improved slightly, so it's now $15.20. So I can just apply for that, and they will adjust my wage accordingly. So that's quite nice. Let's go back and watch some TV, eat, shower, watch TV, and my grocery thingies are coming to an end. I gotta go buy some more groceries. Someone complimented my outfit and my happiness increased by 5%, or 8%, or 8 points, sorry. Alright, so you can see down here in the lifetime goals, my wealth is increased. I'm heading towards an inflation-adjusted goal of 50,327. I currently have 8,343. That's both your bank account and your receivables, minus your debt. And then we've got possessions. I currently have 1,275 out of 10,065. Happiness is almost 1% out of 100. And knowledge hasn't gone up at all because I haven't done anything. Oh, right, I forgot that I was studying. Forgot all about that. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to quit this job because I have money coming in from my parents. Who needs a job? Quit that job, yes. Now, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to study English. There we go. Go for a run. Go home. Watch TV. Oh, I forgot to buy food. Eat. Watch. Shower. Good. Well, let's go get those groceries that we forgot to get. Can I eat here? No. Can I eat here? No. I can eat at the university, at the canteen. There you go. And then continue studying that. Oh, it's 6% so far. It's increasing 25% faster than normal, which is nice, but not quite enough. Yeah, just keep doing that. Frikandel eating competition. Okay, so there's no hot dog eating competition here, so we can go to the park and do that. And we just got our electricity bill. That's due next month. Great. Good news. Head over there. Study more of that. And head out to the park. And we'll join in the competition. We'll also go for a run. A couple of runs, sure. And head home. all the way across the map, so now of course we have no time to do anything but have a short shower. Anyway, so that's pretty much the game. It'll take me way too long to like develop further along towards like building a business, or even removing that trait is going to take me forever. I mean, yeah, it's going up at 2%. 2% every, I mean 1% for every 20 hours spent. So that's going to take me too long to even demonstrate it in this thing. But if you'd like to see more of this game, I'd be happy to play some more. Just hit the like button and feel free to comment to let me know what you think about this game. And subscribe if you haven't done that. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this game, and I'll leave a link in the description if you would like to check it out. Thanks for joining me. Take care.